Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Anno 1800 once more to a new survival series. So after my latest extreme series with vanilla settings only, where we kind of like went overboard and broke the game by playing too efficiently, now we're going with a more balanced approach again, however with the Combat Overhaul mod finally again. So survival playthrough, if you don't know this yet, is the modded version and extreme is usually the vanilla settings, right? This time though we're going with the modded approach again, and we're going to jump right into a new game. So we're playing with the Combat Overhaul mod, a few more fluff mods that add some new buildings but nothing severe. It's all about the difficulty settings here. It's all about the Combat Overhaul mod that is introducing new ships, new city building mechanics for the AI. It significantly enhances the AI mechanics, makes them way stronger. We get a lot of new warships and battleships into the game, and also the pirate, of course, is getting boosted significantly, making it more harder than for us to fight him and also to survive. And this is survival series after all, trying to survive at all costs. As my name, we're going with Val Pokalen, one of my Patreon supporters. Thank you very much for your support, very much appreciated. For the DLCs, we're not going with all of them, of course. Sunken Treasures is out, Botanica is out, Passage is out. We're going with Seed of Power, we're going with Land of Lions, we are going with High Life, Tourist Season, and the Docklands. Reason for that is I don't want to bloat this game too much with all the DLCs. That is reserved for the Mega City Edition. We're going to focus more or less on mechanics, difficulty, and of course also building a beautiful old world city that is. For that, we're enabling the Palace. We're going to Africa to enable us the Research Institute that I'm going to need for a Scholar District. We're going with Skyscrapers, the Tourist Season for a bit of fluff here and there, and another monument, of course, and the Docklands for a proper industrial area that I would like to establish as well. For the difficulty settings themselves, now it is important to know that with the Combat Overhaul mod, we're really updating and boosting the AI. And in order for them to work the best, we do need to have actually settings that you would not have normally on extreme settings. So in extreme, I would go with a small world size, small islands, and scarce difficulty or scarce difficulty. This time we're going with maximum settings. So world size, large, island size, large. Difficulty is normal, fertility plenty, mineral deposits plenty. Reason for that is we want to have as many resources available for the AI as well to develop full-fledged out cities and fleets, of course. That is the important thing here. So in order to make it really balanced and big, we need to have it on big. I think it's also fun because we can build large cities with that as well. The random seed 1975, if you want to play along, it's a randomized seed here. And characters, we're going this time with another composition that I haven't had yet. So Benta is here once again. She actually killed me the last time we played with the Combat Overhaul mod. Lady Margaret Hunt as the most important, or the strongest AI that you have in the game. She's already giving me the glances there. And Carl Leonard from Malkin, I never had him before. He is a fat industrial cat, and he is focusing on economic power, right? Island takeovers, basically something like that. Even though we as a player, we will not be able to take over islands with financial power, because the Combat Overhaul mod deactivates that setting, right? It makes that way too expensive, so you will never be able to afford it. If we want to take over islands for their resources or whatever, we will need to conquer them by force. Factions, we're going to enable the traders, all of them. We need their quests and especially also their items. They sell for ship boosting and industry boosting. And for the pirates, we're going with the average setting. Bear in mind though, this is not the normal average setting. It is really hard setting. You don't go hard with the Combat Overhaul mod because this is not worked on, the hard settings, right? They don't work. You need to go with average for the pirate to really get boosted by the Combat Overhaul mod. And Harlow here as well. Feature-wise, for the pirates, right, they're going to be, of course, significantly more powerful. The ceasefire is going to be shorter with them. They demand more money for treaties if you want to go with that, and they destroy you much faster if you are disrespectful to them over the course of the game. Features, income is low, inactive upkeep is on. So here we're going with some harder settings again. Construction cost refund is none, so we're not getting any money back if we destroy buildings. Building relocation is enabled, but we have to pay a fee for it. Trading restock is rare. City incidents like the plague and the fire is hard. Quest frequency is rare. Influence is low, so we will need to juggle with the propaganda quite a bit if we want to build up proper defenses and fleets. And the skyscraper upkeep is high, adding that extra spicy difficulty setting there for the end game. Starting conditions, we're going with no ships. We're starting in a harbor, again, randomized on an island. That means we need to start really from scratch building a fleet and ships for exploration. The capital is going to be the smallest possible, so we really need to be careful about our money there. And revealed map is off, of course. Victory conditions are none. I would say we are going with survival. I really don't know how this turns out, so we can go for world domination. We can also just build a big city and survive up to the end game. I don't know. Diplomacy is enabled. That means we can go with alliances. We can pay extortion money to the pirate if we like to, but we also can, of course, destroy the other AI opponents. Docklands is enabled for industrial area, and of course also propaganda is enabled. Though with the Combat Overhaul mod you need to build up a lot of forces. That means we will not be able to have propaganda forever. It's just going to be a nice boost, that is. These are the settings. If you're interested in the Combat Overhaul mod, have a look at the link in the video description. You can download it yourself now. The publisher Aces has given me the link to that. And also, thank you for all the Patreon supporters supporting me directly, making all of this possible. Really, you guys are amazing, and I'm really honored by your support that you show me here as well. This is it. Let's go ahead. Go, 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 go. Anno 1800 survival. Alrighty, and this is it, the beginning of something new, of something grand, of something humiliating perhaps, or something glorious. We'll just see that. We have an interesting starting location, to be honest. What I can see right now is we are on the side of a waterfall that we have over there, right? Leading also to a bit of a cliff here, as we can see. So there's an elevation. This is an elevated plateau that we have up there. There we have a beautiful waterfall. Oh, the idea is we could implement that into a city. Over there, some beaches. A beach down here. We are... Oh, okay. We are not in a very good island position, to be honest, because there's definitely an opponent down here on our way to the south. We do have 3 clay deposits, 4 iron deposits, 3 coal deposits. No zinc, no copper, unfortunately. We have some potato fertility here, some grain fertility that we can use, red pepper and nitro deposits. So this is all sounding rather good. There's no hops and fur, so we're definitely going to need that from another island. And with that though, I think we can start. I think this is also... There we have the oil fields. I think here we can make our industrial port just fine. It's also looking towards the inner map then, right? And yeah, that's it. We can actually go ahead and start our city. Shall we do that? Speed really is of the essence if we want to catch up there with the enemy. So let's go ahead and make us a nice port area first, right? So let's just try to make a main road. This time I'm not going to make the city at the port directly anymore. I think it's the first time that I'm doing this. We're trying something new here, right? So I want to really make this one a big industrial port that we can use them. And the main road kind of like goes then into the city there. So we are wasting a bit of our money here. 25,000 we're starting with in order to build us a bit of a road network. I just need that for my brain to, yeah, to structure the city, right? And then we are going to make, let's just see, this is going to be tricky because I think I'm going to only work with one marketplace in this area that we're going to have somewhere over here. I could make it like so, right? Make the connection. I think that's going to be fine, and then we have the pub on the other side. Let's make the road here, and then we go right into the city building, honestly. And of course, the blocks really don't change that much, right? So I'm still going with my block setting here that I really do like, to be honest. Here we definitely will need to make some room though for a proper road. There you go, and we continue with the expansion then also into this area. And have ourselves the first district, really. Now I'm not going too much further into it because, of course, as I said, time is a bit of the essence. We continue then with the other road into the clay deposit that we have here and the oil. And yeah, here we can actually have then our first lumber industry. I would like to have this really as close to the edge of the map of the island as possible. So something like that for my first 2 lumberjacks. And then we can have another one here. I realize there's the clay pit, but it should be fine for my lumberjacks. And then I'm going ahead here with 2 warehouses. Both of them are going to have then access also to my clay pit there. And then, of course, we're going with the sawmills. Yeah, and here we can have then our clay industry as well. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and build it. The first 2 sawmills, 2 lumberjack huts. Let's make it 3 right away. Hooray! We are starting to have now the first industry. With that, we do need some farmers, and we're going to build with the remaining 30 tons of timber that we have the first marketplace, together with the first houses then as well. And with that, we reach the age of agriculture, the beginning of something grand. A new city has been founded. Of course, it's going to take a while now for my first industry to get up. Let's boost the productivity by 50% right away, leading to a lot of unhappiness. But we are not going to see riots until tier 2 buildings, so I can safely boost them for the moment to get that extra timber out that we need for expansion, industry, and the building, of course. Of course, every city needs a proper name, and we're going with Vega. Hello, Vega there, one of my long-term Patreon supporters. Thank you for that. Vega, hopefully we are going to bring glory to Vega. My first farmers are moving in now. It is a beautiful island. I have no doubt about that. We can have a lot of cool areas here with a palace ground that I can think of. A big town hall. Definitely Skyline Industry or Skyline District, right? So downtown. We'll just see how it goes. Perhaps a tourism port over there, as this is going to be my industrial port. So as I said, I would like to go with 2 ports here this time. The industrial port and then a beauty port for tourists and workers to arrive on the island. We'll just see where that is though, right? It's going to be tricky anyway. 16 farmers now, so we are moving in, right? It's growing now, my angry farmers. Angry because they have to work day and night right now to chop down the trees. And there's still a bunch of them missing, as we can see. Let's speed up time a bit for the moment, because it's really just waiting. And my balance is negative 100. We got the first 34, 37 people in now. Right. My money is at 21,000 for the moment, though declining for the moment. And we, of course, have to hurry up to get that balance positive here. But that's a whole lot of business. Alright, we are a bit positive on the farmers now. Let's build the next lumberjack hut and sawmill right over there. And as we can see, the first timber is also coming in now, as the industry is coming to life. With that, we can actually build 2 more farmers. So this to get us a bit more workforce again. Yeah, as we can see, it's getting a bit full in this warehouse here as the ramps are loading up. More and more people deliver stuff now and have to wait for unloading. So I think it's safe to also build us a second warehouse. For this we do need 10 tons of timber though. There you go. Let's build the second warehouse right over there. As more timber is flowing in, let's build more houses. Trust the taxpayers, that is. And as we can see, they're starting to consume fish now, their first real resource. For that, however, we do need to produce fish as well, costing me some farmers again. And yeah, let's go ahead and build us 1 fishery here, and the second one we can then build down there as well. Make us a first proper quay. Leading to a total production now of 2 fish per minute. However, we only consume 0.4 tons of fish per minute. So we are fine with 1 fishery for a long time. We're dropped below $20,000 now, or credits. Let's call it credits and coins. Build some more farmers right over here. And with that, we have reached the city status of village. Of course, chopping down trees day and night makes people a bit thirsty, also unhappy, or unhappy because they're thirsty. So let's provide them a service building, the first one really, a pub, where they can drink something right here in the center to reach all of them. And this should boost my happiness there a bit. It is. And with that, we have a content population. So chopping trees day and night doesn't seem so bad anymore when you can have a cool beer at the end of it. That's not the end. We continue though with, of course, a few more blocks of houses that we can then just easily squeeze in here. Let's make them in blueprint mode. And let's also have us a nice double road here to separate that. As we do that, more timber is piling up. So let's continue with a few more farmers over here in Vega. And also on the other side of the street, we can now start with some farmers. Now, of course, we can't really make a lot of money with just some fish and a pub. We do need to have more goods, that is the work cloth and the schnapps especially, so some alcohol. For that, however, I don't want to have farms here. It would make sense, so we don't need to build our first bridge as well. Very expensive that is. Let's just try to build it over here. 3,000 credits this will cost me, but it is, as I said, just very important. The road is not final. I just want to make a connection to the other side here. Very expensive, as we can see, with another 300 credits leading to 14,000 on my balance now. And we're going to start building up a smaller work cloth and schnapps industry. There you go, the first work cloths. Let's go ahead and add the first sheep farm and the first framework knitter right to that, together with a warehouse. I've also made some room for a fire station already. Since we're playing with hard city incidents, the fires will be severe. Definitely should have one of these bad boys everywhere, though I'm not building it yet because it's too expensive for my taste. As the sheepies produce the wool, we are going to start produce now work cloth with that. So it's going to take a while again for production to ramp up. This gives us plenty of time to work on my potato industry, and with that we have it active as well. This time I'm going with 2 fire stations here as well, because I know that schnapps distilleries really like to blow up. Let's build 2 of them right away, plus a schnapps distillery. We have the workforce to provide that, and schnapps is also important. We can quickly check out our statistics, and as I can see, production for schnapps will be fine, for fish it's fine, for work cloth it's even, which is not great, so we're going to build a second framework knitter and a second sheep farm. This, of course, brings my balance really down now, so we are negative 400 at the moment, so we're losing 400 coin per minute. We're not even at 400 people, and might also look at bankruptcy soon, as we're dropping below 10,000. For this reason, we do need to build more farmers, more taxpayers. These people are now getting their work cloth in. That means they're going to pay more coin per farmer. And also at the same time, they should be getting in their schnapps soon, which will significantly boost our income for that. Hopefully also we can unlock my newspaper propaganda soon. There's also the first resident quest. Abby's a terrific firefighter, but he has a terrible habit of disappearing after his shift. Last time I found him passed out by the pub. He's probably somewhere here, dancing, drinking, or just sleeping and snoring. There he is, dancing on the shelf of that. We do get 20 shaps out of that. Thank you very much. Could have been much worse. And as we can see, the schnapps is rolling in, and so my balance is getting better, though not as good as I hoped it would be. There it is. Much improving now to negative 100. As we can see, my decline is slowing down a bit. We have more timber, and we have leveled up for the first time. So with each level, we do gain more influence and also more power, that is. Also unlocking more features as we progress. Let's continue with a few more farmers over here. We have timber, and we have a very happy population at the moment. I think a few more farmers here. Fine. And also now down here. As we're breaching 500, we also have a slightly positive balance, at least for now. And we're not dropping below 10,000. Hooray! After a bit of time, everything is in. All needs have been fulfilled, and we can upgrade our farmers to workers. I think we should do this right away.
You reached a new
and with that,
milestone.
Vigor has workers, and the age of industrialization has started. Also, we got some way more beautiful houses. Time to have a look at the street level.
Honest work, that's all we ask.
As Vega gets the next workers in, as we can see, 17 are now coming in. We could start working on my next industry, that is the bricks right away, right? So the next building material bricks has unlocked, and that requires a clay pit. Luckiest we do have one here right away. And I can then just squeeze in 2 of them right next to them without actually penalizing my lumberjack huts here too much. I think we build them right away. Let's do this. Expensive. With that, we definitely drop below 10,000 coin now. And we're also a bit negative on the workers. However, bricks are now starting to roll in. I might consider boosting this. I'm not entirely sure about the whole process though, as we haven't unlocked the police station yet. And since we have reached level 2, we might run into riots now. I just enjoy the simple life of Anno in the beginning, right? The only thing we really need to do is upgrading buildings, reaching a new city status. The port town Vega is a port town. That means we can now start the shipbuilding. And then things are not going to be so simple anymore. At least by now my 2 brick factories have started their work. That means the first bricks are now being delivered to my warehouse. Even though we have 2 warehouses looking a bit full here right now, they have to wait to unload. But I think the damage is minor at the moment. Timber is still rolling in, and we continue with a few more upgrades also on the other side of the street now. A quick glance at my production shows me that we are now equal with the schnapps and the workload, so another expansion in that area is unfortunately needed, which is going to drop my balance again a bit. Very important since we're in the area right now, let's also build a fire station. And another sheep farm over here. Now, since with more farms, we do need more farmers again, and for that reason we're building more farms. Farmer houses, that is. And also upgrade a few more workers. Since 2 brick factories are certainly not enough for my acquired taste, we are going ahead and have us another brick production over here. Lucky us, we do have that clay deposit there available. And I would like to use this, of course, right away. With the next worker upgrade, the first worker quest appears. My mates wanted to see who's strong and turns out I won, but I may or may not need bricks to rebuild something, please.
Spill the sauce.
6 tons of bricks. Do we see the reward for this, please? No, we don't. So I could risk the 6 tons of bricks. It's not that much. Let's do it.
How about a cup of coffee?
And what do we get out of it? A ship tool. Or ship tools. We could sell this for 1,000. It's not that much profit, but it's okay. And we continue with a few more. As we can see, we're getting out of farmers. Now, every time I upgrade one of these farmers to workers, of course, we do lose their workforce. So I do need to make sure that we have always a stable workforce on all tiers. So what does every port town need for shipbuilding ships? Well, that is, of course, sailmakers. We do need them. And with that, let's go ahead. I think 2 of them should be fine. I would like to have them right here, a bit closer to my port then, or we could also have them over there. Yeah, let's make them here. And then we still need some more sheep farms for those 2. Each one of them requires 1 sheep farm, and those are the 2 for these guys. One we could actually build with 10 tons of bricks we have. I, however, do need a second warehouse for this, the sheep farm, and then the sailmaker. Sailmakers are really expensive. They also cost me 75 on the balance, so I can only afford 1 right now. And with that, we are down to 6,000 credits now. Ooh, this is hurting me. Probably safest bet is, well, to upgrade or build more houses. And that is exactly what I'm intending to do here. Of course, another fishery should be required at some point. There it is. And also what we can do here already is building me the shipyard that we're going to need in the port of Vega. And that would be right next to my warehouse for the moment. We could also have it a bit further over here. Would also make sense. But I would like to have it as closest to me as possible for protection. Let's have it right next to it. It does need a road connection as well. But this is just a temporary location. For this now, we do need 10,000 credits if I want to build it. Of course I want to. But 10,000 credits is no small amount. We have 1,000 people paying us, yeah, a surplus of 168 per minute right now. However, speed is of the essence, so upgrading and building it is. And finally, we also get the newspaper, and I'm so happy for propaganda. We have by default right now, new company takes root. That is Valpokalen, of course. So we settled the first island, so we are the company here, Valpokalen, right? We settle on Vega, and happiness is happiness and light. We do get negative 50% right chance, so I can live with that. In the middle, I would like to have a nice propaganda boost here for my income. 5% income for 25 influence that we pay. Well, getting us down there to 96 influence. However, my balance has increased to 330. Yeah, we would still need to wait quite a bit. 10 minutes for 10,000. That is too much, so we need to upgrade for more money. Also make sure we have a very good balance, so I can happily continue. While we wait for the building materials to roll in, what we can do on the other side of Vega is my next industry foundation. And that would be, of course, soap and sausages. Since we have Eli in the game, soap trading is entirely valid to boost my financial situation. And the foundation we can do over here. For this, I would like to use then really a trade union as well that we're going to use here to boost my industry in the center of it all. Yeah, I might have went overboard a bit here, but it should be fine with my industry zone. So that is the sausages here and also my soap for a maximum of 20 production each. That is unboosted. We have the trade unit in the center to get at least the soap factories and the slaughterhouses in to boost them further than down the road. However, I'm not entirely sure we're going to keep all of this on Vega forever. I don't think so. Now, meanwhile, we accumulated some 60 tons of timber. It is time for a few more upgrades, the usual suspects. I would like to check how many sales we have already. How much sales? Yeah, 13 tons. So we could start the shipyard soon. We are looking good on the production still. So I would like to get us a few more farmers up there. And now we have a balance of 700 around. And we just wait for the 10,000 to come in. And ladies and gents, it's time with 1,400 people. We are finally able to make the shipyard. Very expensive, dropping to 0 on the coin. And we can start building the first schooner right away. Going to take me some 3 minutes to build that one too. And after a bit of time... there it is, my first ship. Holy cow, we have it. Now I realize this is not much of an honor. Poas, one of my Patreon supporters, thank you very much for your support. It might not be an honor getting a schooner named after yourself, but it is our first ship, and that is actually a really important milestone, and I think this is honor enough. Now, it is time, ladies and gents, to have a look at the broader map with that, and as I can see, we do have a few things around here right away that I would like to start now scouting. These islands right next to us to the north, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's no AI behind us. That means that I would like to fortify this area here long-term wise, and that means we need to explore these areas as quickly as possible. Also, we shouldn't forget building a second schooner right away. We can afford that. And with the remaining timber, I would like to most likely build us a few more farmers, to be honest. So we can do this over here. And there we have explored now the first island. There it is. Hops and fur abundance would be on it. Some more coal. Zinc for the first time, but not a lot.
Stations.
I'm going to continue right away to this island here. And by the way, I just love a beautiful day sailing in the ocean. On the ocean, I should say. That's probably one of the AI opponents over there. We should also find them as quickly possible to flatter them, of course. Not to declare war right away. Hooray! Level 4 has been achieved as well with almost 1,500 people. We do have a bit more money in again. So I would like to use this. Oh, look at that. We do need more workload. Let's go ahead and start investing once again. Another workload production. And then over here, I would like to start now with my sausage production, right? So we have a sexy warehouse right here, together with the first pig farm and the first slaughterhouse. Really expensive that is, but it's going to be worth it as, yeah, well, sausages do pay quite nicely. So roll around here, piggies. You're going to need to be fat for some proper slaughtering. By the way, I just noticed there is a fire station, there is a police station. I probably should also have a fire station over here. We could have the smaller one. I think that's just more expensive. Oh, it doesn't make sense. Let's build a smaller fire station up there too. And with that, the production for sausages should be coming in. However, my consumption is already at 2. So I already do need 2 slaughterhouses in order to supply my population. Go ahead and do this. And also the fire station here right away. I do need more farmers, so the next expansion of my city should be imminent. Let's go ahead and wait a second. We probably will need to start on a new block soon. I should be able to move over to the other side. And let's waste a bit more money on boats. I love that. I know some of you love me doing that, so there you go. And let's just have a few more blocks of farmers on the other side. I can't afford the roads. Alright, I shouldn't have spent so much money on that. But we can still go ahead and build some more farmers.
Schooner reporting.
Alright, my schooner very, very slowly is on its way to the other side now. And where's my second schooner? Coming out soon. I would like to build a third one right away. Of course, why not? We do need all of it for exploration. And there it also is my second schooner, Deception, it's called. And with Deception, we're probably going towards the inner map, right? So a bit further inwards, finding us the NPCs, the other characters. NPCs and, of course, opponents. So the traders, I should say, and the opponents.
New orders.
Going to be a very dangerous route that this schooner is here. So I'm not going to name it after one of my supporters, because I certainly don't want to insult anyone by losing this one right away. There it is, Bente Jorgensen, across the channel. That is good. That is not so bad. It's not Miss Hunt that is right in front of us. Oh, and Bente has been busy, as we can see. She's built us a nice church there. Right? And she's already at workers too, of course, as expected. And she already has the shipyard there as well as expected. I continue then through the inner channel. So as we can see now on the map, there's Bente. And that means that there should be another opponent then right over there. And of course with Bente, we can start the flattering. Oh, yes. Right? She really does like to get flattered. So we're doing this. Military-wise, we're on par. Economy-wise, we're actually one step ahead. But that is not so surprising, as the AI tends to start rather slow. Let's upgrade a few more people to workers. How's my balance looking there? Ooh, yeah, fish and schnapps. Two things I need to boost. Fish. Fish. There's my fishery. Another one. The fourth one that we already have. And I definitely do need more farmers. Meanwhile, the schooner Poas gets to the outer edges now. And by the way, Bente has a quest for us. We might actually consider doing this. Wants me to deliver something. Perhaps it could maybe in the steelworks. Holy cow, she wants steel. Really? Let's not accept this one. There is Miss Hunt. We have found her. Oh, she's already in the steel industry. And we have also found Madame Kahina right behind us. That is okay. Right. She's got some good items there for, well, later on for the palace and stuff like that. And the zoo. And Miss Hunt. Hello there. Oh god. Just have a look. Ah, she's not really influential by my flattering. She doesn't like my face that much. And what do I hear here? Yes, we also got the first riots. That means I will need to build the first fire station then a bit further over here then as well. However, money-wise, it's tight. Eli! There he is! My soap trader. Hello, on his prison island. Right behind us as well. This is going to be lucky. This is going to be good for us. Alright, where's my other schooner? There it is. Deception. We still have one more AI opponent that we need to find. And then we continue onwards with worker industry and another city district. Shall we do this in the next episode? I hope you enjoyed this one. Anno 1800 survival, so it begins. Stay tuned.
You're yet another